Is there any difference between seeing and looking? Why can't you stop looking when you see lustful things? And how do you control yourself to only look at the rightful things? These are the things I'm going to be sharing with you in this video, because these are questions people try to answer in mind. When your sight is focused on the wrongful things, your gaze is going to be set on wrong things. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Ayodeji Taiwo. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, don't forget to like, to comment, and to subscribe. So what is the difference between seeing and looking? Seeing is something done unconsciously or unaware, provided that your eyes are open. But looking is consciously, affectionately, and intentionally done. Looking is always done out of self-awareness with an inner conviction of getting understanding. The problem is if it is rightly done. This is why Jesus could not condemn you for seeing lustful things, but did when you lustfully look at something. Because looking is always from a room of intentionality that can cause continuous reflection and meditation. And if done towards wrongful thing, it creates a walkway for the devil to advertise its products. These are porn, these are masturbation, fornication, adultery, among many others. To the question, why can't you stop looking when you see lustful things? Firstly, you have to understand that both seeing and looking, they are both an active action. None of it is passive. Even while the result of seeing might seem progressive, but it is never passive, it's an active action. This is why you can see something on your phone today, or you can just see something even while you were just walking down the street, and it seems like you didn't pay attention to it, but over time you just see yourself being drawn toward that thing you see, and you want to practice or act what you've previously seen. This is because it was never passive. It has only kept itself in a room called the subconscious mind. There are two major realities your mind switch to each time or anytime you see anything. They are the point of negotiation. For instance, the last time you were walking down the street, your eyes were seeing a lot of things. But instant as you were setting your eyes on some things, you were taking your eyes directly. It is because there was a bargaining that happened between your mind and your eyes at that moment. But there are things you see, but you keep on looking at. It was because of the negotiation that has happened in the mind. The second reality is the point where you exercise your willpower. There are things you see, but you want to look more because there are things you want to get from that. And it is because you've agreed with the negotiation that happened in the mind. And each time you take your eyes from things you see, it is because you did not agree to the negotiation that has just happened in your mind. So, how do you control yourself to focus on the rightful things, even in the noisy world? The first thing you have to do to control yourself is to guide your heart. Jesus says in Matthew chapter 6, verse 21, where your treasure is, there your heart will be. Because your heart will only feed on what you've programmed it to feed on. And this is why you can see some things and you don't see it. What am I trying to say? There are things that might be trying to call your attention, but you can't even see them. You accidentally come across things online, but they can't even draw your interest because your treasure is far from it. Make God your priority, make God your treasure. The second thing you have to do is to tackle idleness, because an idle heart is a workshop of the devil. It's only a heart that is not engaged in productive or godly things that can work for the devil or that can be reprogrammed for the devil. In 2 Samuel chapter 11, the Bible gave us the story of King David when he was meant to be in the war front fighting against the Ammonites. He was at home, and it was when he was at home that the devil can reprogram his mind. And it was when he was idle, he was able to see what he was not meant to see. And when he see what he was not meant to see, he looked, and when he looked, he acted. And this is the way it works when you are idle or not engaging in productive or godly things. So get engaged in productive or godly things. And the last thing I recommend you do is to look unto Jesus. The book of Hebrews chapter 12 verse 1 says, looking unto Jesus, the author and the finisher of our faith. So the more you see him, the more you want to look at him. And the more you look at him, the more you want to become like him. Is it at the point of you wanting to become like him that you will see something? So let Jesus be what you see or look onto, even in your daily activities. Make him your banner. Make him the mirror that reflects every of your action. There's an adage in Yoruba that says, you might not be able to stop the shadow of birds from passing your head, but you can stop a bird from making a nest on your head. You might not be able to control what you see, but you can control what you look. And if this video has blessed you, make sure you give a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and see you in my next video.